Omusajja osobola omuluma nolabanga omukisa gugwo nakikuba kati nze mpaako okugera wano
bakuwulira ku kintu.
Yes, Omala Moses, mwalimu nyumba. Yafuse wa live. Nenga nyongera okutomera manager Jacob Clinton Jesse Mart Agency.
Jackie ne Maria. Ompule go, wewe bantu bakulu. Sidi bulungi.
Manager wetu wange katutemia wakwa.
Encourage when you blink, you lose.
Whoever the sharpshooter, Satunya, the groom is still alive, you know.
Yeah, food. The smell of it.
Table one, Buwebe, Kale Mutano, Kasuzi is sharpshooter Joseph Sato. Center table, 1-1.
In this match, dear viewers, it is one frame apiece between Simon Lobola Donny White nicknamed the Computer, and this is a Chandigarh Donning block, nicknamed the Scorpion, racing to 5 in what now becomes maybe one of the biggest match so far, which comes as early as the round of last 16. You are watching this action as it is coming to you live, both on Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube. And it's just about the 5th stream of the day, and maybe 6 or 7 others are coming until we are having the final, maybe 8, maybe just around there,
Table 1,
because after this we shall have 1 or 2 more matches in the round of last 16, which is only just starting.
Table 1, Ian Ashraf.
Sorry, which is only just starting, and that is likely to be a Hazard versus Dembaba, a very good game as well. Then we shall have 2 matches in the quarterfinals, and then 1 or 2 matches, perhaps both in the semi-finals. I could do both matches on different streams, and then the final, which shall have the winner taking home the prize on which the 2 shooters are playing. This pool table is what the winner of this competition shall be getting. Now there have been 2 big name casualties for the course of the day, that is today, and those have both fallen out to the same exact player. Caleb Muhire has eliminated both Habib Semuguzi and Joseph Kasozi, who are both out, and whoever loses this match will as well be a big name casualty.
Ladies and gentlemen, seed number 1, Kasozi Joseph, is out of the tournament.
He's been knocked out
by
Caleb
Muhire Caleb Walter.
Maria Sokoje.
Table number 2, Telekunde Saida, Gumede, Makuru,
Mopede, Gumede. Maria Sokoje, manager Luis Abuita. Mukodomi wange gaka Guinness kakuwumira.
Ankasheera
yongerako ow'emmotoka ebbiri.
Ankasheera ow'emmotoka ebbiri
Weewo.
gundako ku ttaka namba 2 ng'ozannya maneja
Alani Pro.
Alan Pro osenta tebo
Kibumba.
geemu eddako egenda kuba wakati wa Azadi bazannya muganda waffe mukwano gwaffe Ibaba ku center table ye match eddako agamba tekitiibwa Sam straight out Agaruga Road tukwagala nnyo bro tiimu ekopa yonna mweri mu nnyumba akakiiko konna mwekali ng'era babategeeza nti mu weeks 2 mugenda kuba mufuna amawulire ga liigi ya pool egenda okuba ng'etambula mu ntebe nga tournament eyo egenda kuba ya liigi nga buli arena ejja kuba ereeta ttiimu oba emu oba ebbiri tekirina buzibu azilonga zimuregisterinze mu liigi eyo nga liigi eyo ejja kubeera under pow ne ecopa okubeera ng'etambula bulungi abazannyi amateeka galina otambula bulungi empisa buli kimu nga liigi ya pow weebeera so ebiteeso bikyagenda mu maaso ensonga ezigenda okubaako oba ttiimu ekkirizibwa oggula omuzannyi transfers zibeerawo budde ki naye nga kirabs ezo zigenda kuba zizannya keŋŋambe wano ku Polgarage waliwo ttiimu yaawo olunaku lukeera ku makya ng'erina okukyalira Billiard Cafe Victoria ewa manager Julio endala etambule egende ekajjansi ekasenyi ejja kuba ya Omanda awe so bole omujozi gukume bulungi togugaba omanye abawagizi bamanyi osaba emijoozi oyinza okuba wazanya ejjo tournament omujozi ne bagukusaba ensobera guyina gukume bulungi so buli arena ng'oweewulira nga ttiimu yammwe esobola okubeera ng'eparticipatinga mu liigi eyo weesootinge nga bukyali abazannyi obabuulire ne boyina obakoŋŋaanye kuba kirabuzi nnyingi Billiards Cafe Jabbaamu Diplomat Kajansi Kingsport eyo yeyina ttiimu 3
Sorry guys for that silence. It was for no good reason. I almost got confirmation of a big one. There has been a war of words, which sometimes I have to go and separate the boys. There's a pending battle between Kasozi and Dog City. All that is left to confirm is the dates. One of them wants one day and another is only comfortable the following day. So it is the only reason as to why the stake has not been submitted. Otherwise, I had gone to submit to receive stake for the 2 players, but it is still pending confirmation of reception of money. What is not pending any confirmation is the fact that the computer is having a narrow 3 frames to 2 lead against the Scorpion, racing to 5 for a place in the quarterfinals to take on the winner of the match between Tony and Kawenja. And whoever wins this match, I think will be highly fancied, even to make the semi-finals, with all due respect to whoever they will be facing in the quarterfinals. Then in their semi-final way, the likes of Dog City or Caleb or Ibra Kayanja or Ashraf Misamba, any of those ones. And how good will the Scorpion break for the third time in the match? He's aiming for the pyramid. Normally he breaks the second ball. He goes for the top ball and hits it hard, gets to put 2 yellows, and leaves for himself quite thin white. One of those times when you put 2 yellows on the break, but you don't leave a good frame for you to attack, or better say, attack once. And as a matter of news, this guy that is playing right now will be flying out of the country this very night to London Gatwick, and then we'll be getting a train to Bolton to participate in this weekend's European Ultimate Pool Championships. Not even this weekend, it's just about at the end of the week. So he's trying to get himself ready and set up for what is coming ahead of him, which is a lot bigger than this, by playing in as many local comps as possible, but also trying to go with some money. Also maybe win a pool table, then leave it at home, then go for fight for even bigger things in a continent thousands of kilometers far away from home. He will be flying out with Qatar Airways. The flight is happening at 20 minutes to 2 a.m. I even think if the final is not played by 10 p.m., if he is involved in the competition that far, he may have to call it off. But where we are is just about at the very maximum, especially without traffic, at maximum a 10-minute drive from the airport. So even at say 11:30, if the tournament goes that far, if he is involved, that is only if, because even now he's training, he can still catch his flights relatively comfortably. Racing to 5. The computer trying to defeat the Scorpion for what will be the second time this year. The two faced off for the first time in the month that was April earlier this year, a comp that was organized by the ATA. Again, Caesar was on the verge of heading to Europe, where he was to have an ultimate pool tournament to participate in, but also have a money match against Tom Cousins. Who doesn't remember when Tom Cousins beat him? An off-form version of Caesar then was beaten. That competition, besides him trying to win, was organized to get him set and prepared and well shaped for the European tour. And he faced Computer in the final of an 8-man comp that was being played on double elimination basis, and he lost the final by 21 frames to 16. That was only, I think, the third time that Caesar was losing to a Ugandan in a long race. The first one was Dog City, who won about 2.5 years ago, if not 3, by 16 frames to 10. The second was Ibra, who won the third match of the trilogy between the two, with Caesar having won the first. The score was 21 frames to 20. The third was the Computer. There are others who won against Caesar, but there were head starts. That is Hazard and Mansour twice and once, respectively.
1-1. 1-0. Ashraf aina golem. Kaziwe Ian 0.
As the Computer puts a yellow, maybe without intent to pot. He's a very elaborative player. And sometimes even I find Caesar playing with the Computer and then Caesar taking on the calm and cautious game, knowing that if he's to go for attack and Simon goes to attack, maybe Caesar's advantage can be taken away by himself, because in attack, even Simon can mean to be a nuisance to any player. Caesar will be having 3 reds so close to each other near the right side of the table. There are 2 other reds close to each other near the center pocket left. And the 3 reds close to each other have Simon's 2 yellows close to them in a frame that now has Caesar play white into one of the reds, maybe into the yellow. he doesn't create space enough to put the Reds with ease. After this match, please keep me company. We shall be having Yuda Sembosi Dembaba in another very big one against another Mr. Missing in Action Hazard Lokomwa. The truth. Chamba de Robin informing me that Hazard won 21-19 at full game. No, Caesar had started Hazard with +6 at Dice Lounge. Hazard won. Then there was rematch with the same exact head start and Hazard won. Then the two players had one more match which was played last year with no head start at Dice Lounge, which ended 21 frames to 20 in Caesar's favor. Yes, Hazard has beaten him twice in long races, but there were head starts with +6. Racing to 21. Mukisa Mark, you say airport is closed. It is not. It is not closed, eh? It is not closed. If it was closed, it will be international news, of course. And closing an airport, pretty much closing the country, I don't think it is correct news. In the meantime, the computer leads still 3 frames to 2 against the Scorpion. We are racing to 5 here at the Pool Garage. We are in Nkumba Trading Center, just by the roadside at the traffic lights alongside the road that leads to Uganda's International Airport in Entebbe. Live streaming both on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube, with the World Beat Tournament favorite in Caesar trying to win a 5th comp in a row at home. That would be something if he dared to do. And in between those 5 comps, he also won an international comps, the Big Kells Carnival, that he won in Lagos just exactly 9 days ago. And part of that carnival, he played 4 money matches, winning 3 against Jerry and Ginter and Show, then losing once against Ian. We live have forgotten Ian became the 4th player to defeat Caesar in a long race when he beat him in Lagos about 11 days ago. Caesar has now created an opening to take the frame away and equalize in the match as he plays a red to the center pocket, throws white backwards. Maybe the 2 reds touching each other will have to be played first, putting one of them, then playing white, maybe backwards a bit. That is pinpoint perfection of movement of white by the Scorpion, like expected anyway. And as he puts one, he will be having another to the corresponding corner pocket bottom right. Again, he will be expected to draw the cue ball slightly backwards to just run the same spot it is now, which is what he does, and will be putting black to the corner pocket at the top right in now what will become a race to 2 for a place in the quarterfinals. It is Caesar 5 and Simon, sorry, Caesar 3 and Simon 3.
wensibireko kale akagikuwa osobola kukyusa ngena agikuwa abe tokena senta tebo tukole abe sebo badde nsaba oyanyirize manager Julio eshito zobadda mulanga taliwo wali kati muganda wange manager Julio tokena jantukole senta tebo ala ni soko nandise kwenye nada sebo mukama wange sebo mzee mbade sana tuvuko mu arena waliyo kamera eyo tuveyo abe Manjisebe.
Manager Julio kyayogedde.
Twandize muganda waffe manager Julio.
Thank you for enjoying the Action Africa. We are now streaming combined on Facebook and YouTube too. 1,400 watching live, although just 6 frames have been played, although 2 or 3 frames at the very maximum are left for us to have a winner between Caesar and Simon. The 2 players have faced off a good number of times, maybe 4 times, maybe 10 times plus. I do remember Simon have been victorious thrice, one of them in the qualifying tournament of the national team selections, when the national team was qualifying for the 2023 World Cup Championships. When Simon won the qualifiers, he beat Caesar in the qualification round. There was also a tournament that was played at the venue that is called the Mango Shed in Bosega, another entry point into the city of Kampala from the west. The comp that was won by Ibra, who defeated Computer in the final. Computer defeated Caesar in the quarterfinals by 5 frames to 3, a match that I was streaming on this very platform. The third was early this year when Computer defeated Caesar by 21 frames to 16 in a long race. That Computer took $1,000 for winning the ATA Africa Super, ATA Uganda Super 8-man double elimination competition. As for Caesar, I remember him having defeated Computer about 7 times in tournaments and then 1 time in a money match, and which is one of the biggest beatings that I have ever seen in a long race. I also remember that was the first time that I streamed a race to 21 in less than 2 hours. It took 1 hour and 45 minutes because the video was on this YouTube channel that you are watching for the YouTubers, and in 1 hour and 45 minutes the length of the video that Caesar won by 21 frames to 2.
Go up 0-7.
Abuliemu 0.
Awakulizo kavuddewo.
Anti wekali naye era anga agiteebi.
Anti kati ya anka abana 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, ku center table goli 3-3. Bavula Simon, the Computer goes 3.
As Caesar is knocking as he comes off the cushion to find the yellow. As he finds the yellow, and the Computer can clearly pass his red at the corner pocket at the bottom right.
Table number 1 Cherichitao Kasujja 2-0.
It's a frame he can temptingly go for.
Nendo bana ine kitiibwa aludde mu puulu
oyo kabuyo
ate munda si puulu yekka kitiibwa entebe yeeryo yatolanga kataka wagiteekawa
oyo kabuyo
kitiibwa yatuukanga kataka nga tasobola alaba mupiira ng'entebe teriiwe ne bwayimbuka entebe ino sigalawo.
Now, thank you for appreciation, guys. Of course, it is true there is much noise, as you are calling it, and you see, we cannot ask for our cake to eat it and then have it at the same time. It is because of streaming. I personally requested the Benny management to turn off the music, which they did. They are also turning off the sound of the World Cup television commentary because it is as well heavily copyrighted, which they did. Now I cannot be the same person to go on to ask them not to allow their MCs to entertain the crowd. I will be asking for a little too much. Let's be patient, guys. It is a bar besides being a pool arena. That's the kind of thing that keeps their customers in the mood to make business sense to the bar, to buy beers. You know the story. Thank you for watching Killer Mix from the Facebook stream, The Crazy Texas, and Charles Peters Shepo, George Mwali from Zambia, John T. Yahweh, Latimore from Pretoria in South Africa, as well as Arnold Benson Sinyangwe. You say the results will be usual. I don't know what you're speaking about usual. But what I am seeing is the computer on the verge of potting black for what will be the fourth time in the match, and if he does so, then the Scorpion will need to win the last 2 frames or else bask out of the competition before reaching the prize bracket, because this match gets the winner in the prize bracket anyway. It is now 4 frames to 3, Simon leading against Caesar.
Center table. The computer goes nya Chandibwa Caesar goes sat.
Abe
Sebo
abantu bagambe nti okuwagira manajala nekiyamba bo.
mulekaza ne ali mbuzi ali mu game nga kisobola mwita naye nga tegeza amanya amanene wesebo amanya amanene agavuddeko edda tandika toyogera ku Buule kuliko Joka Buule munene linya siddene kuliko Joka esebo yavindeko ku round of 32 esebo Aloni ye yamukubye omukulu Bwanika Mansur esebo lefta yavuddeko ku round of 32 nga Anka Sheila ye yamugyeko. Okay, omuto Abbas.
And after this break, without ball potted, the chance comes even bigger for the computer to try and defeat the Scorpion for what will be the 4th time in his career. But importantly, the 2nd time, he's just played one ready off another. Very intricate play from the computer. I love what I'm seeing of his form. And not only closing the table, but also playing yet another red ball open.
Chimoli area Junior Esebo yavuddeko ku first round.
He's continuing with giving himself a chance, a very decent chance, and he knows the best way to beat this guy is not to allow him a chance on the table. Okay, the red he's looking at may be potted with top spin, right following the red just a little and using the cushion to support its movement. He will need to simply roll the red he's looking at. Of course, white needs a bit bottomwards. He doesn't roll. He plays with backspin, and it is very, very effective play. And more likely than not, maybe the Scorpion has participated in this tournament, in this match, for the very last time. The race is as short as 5, and the brutal single elimination format could see the computer win this frame, which shall be a 5th, a match which he has so far been very sharp and also very thoughtful. He has also been avoiding errors, utilizing misses, also being lethal himself. And if he wins this frame, there will be no better way to win a match than this kind of reverse dish. When it looked unfinishable, then he played one shot that split it all, and we'll be having one good shot to play to take the Scorpion down. I think to play backspin, the cue ball bouncing off the left cushion to move it rightwards to put both red and black to the same corner pocket, and the rest is a formality. The computer is updating its windows to take the Scorpion out of the competition at the round of last 16 hurdle. He aims for the black and shoots and puts and wins, and is congratulated by Caesar. Will be heading out of the country this evening with Qatar Airways to head to the United Kingdom for the European Ultimate Pool Championships, but on the verge of defeat to the same player in Simon, who was the last person who defeated him when Caesar last went into Europe for the African, for the European Ultimate Pool Championships again earlier in the year. Then it was the ATA Super 8-man double elimination competition. The computer defeats the Scorpion and progresses to the quarterfinals. And the final score is Simon 5 and Caesar 3. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.
The computer ajeko kyandibasiza the Scorpion, ladies and gentlemen.